All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises unto Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Also want to give double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, blessings and salutations unto the elect of YAHAWAH, which consists of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans today, as well as the hopefully elect that came out there enduring this truth across the four corners of the earth, teaching and preaching through the spirit of Yahweh, Shem Yahushai, in truth and sincerity, as well as the men and women that follow, and those who might look like the other nations, but are of the nation of Israel on your father's side by blood. And I was watching this video that a brother had posted of a guy speaking about AI and, how, it's pretty much saying that hey, the usage of AI is getting scary. All right. And I know they have that VO3, that Google VO3 thing, where it was pretty much the videos with the AI videos looking real. And that's what this guy was saying, is the fact that imagine if governments or people in authority was to use this in the wrong way, to paint a narrative, to paint, to put propaganda. And I got to start thinking, at the end of the day, this is kind of like they left hand magic. Okay, the fact that you can just type something in and it creates what you're thinking. It creates or it creates an image, I would say, that's not even real, but it looks real. And it kind of reminded me of the idols, that people served back then. I remember Elder Yashawamba hit the nail on the head with that. He said this pretty much that's AI technology is like their idol, man. All right, now they're giving their idol a body. They're giving that AI a body with the robots and the humanoids and all of that. But for a while, Esau was able to cover the eyes, over the people of the world, man, through propaganda. All right, through his lies and making it seem. I mean, ultimately, his lies, really, whether it was history, all right, whether how he used it. What was his favorite word? Weapons of mass destruction. Pretty much was that. That was they. That was their password to go and do whatever they wanted to do, pretty much. All right. I'm looking up propaganda, the etymology, to see if they have anything behind it. It says it goes back to propagation. All right. It says the causing of plants or animals to reproduce, reproduction, act or fact of begetting or being begotten. Yeah, because when you it means also it says extension, enlargement, set forward, extend, spread, increase, multiply plants by layers, breed. Because that's what you do when you would pretty much propagate a plant. You can take that plant, cut a piece of it off, and then replant it, and it'll grow another one, and you can just keep doing the process over. So that's how it would spread. It would extend. It would increase. And this is pretty much what they would do with information, right? They would take information and pretty much plant it in people's heads to where it spreads. And then eventually you tell a lie long enough, it becomes the truth, right? Let me see where we at. And this is exactly why the Lord is discovering their secret parts. The Lord is revealing the wicked. All right. Now, some people aren't going to get it and understand or accept it, I would say. But all in all, prophecy is being done, as far as him revealing who the devil of the Bible is, who's a deceiver. All right. The ones coming in deceit, the ones who working in works of mischievousness. OK, doing works in the darkness and bringing them to the light. All right, so this is Psalms 55:21. It says, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. And, even Now we're in these last days, and we're looking at, the last prophecies coming to pass. All right, with ultimately speaking about the MOTB, and they, of course, they ain't gonna tell you exactly what it is, but the fact that there's people utilizing it and making it seem very convenient, and their lives have gotten better and easier, or even when it comes to the brain chip, the Neuralink. All right, the guy, he pretty much, I was watching a video earlier, he's just bigging it up, giving it all the praise in the world, and I'm listening to him, and I'm like, man, the way he's talking about this, there are going to be a lot of people that's, paraplegic that would love to have this, right? Because at the end of the day, when we go to the scriptures, right, people who was lame, people who was blind, or had certain ailments, YAHAWASHI was, healing them through the power of the Heavenly Father. All right. Ultimately, so this is what Esau is doing. He's playing the Most High. All right, and he's gonna come, and he, this, you can use it for this, or all these incentives possibly. All right. And then eventually he's gonna put it out there and back you into a corner, man. All right, he's going to make it seem convenient and like a new trend or whatever. And then he's going to back you into a corner, and pretty much that's forcing you to get it in that way, in a sense, But that's why we got to trust in YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. All right, it says, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. So it's nothing but war on his mind. Okay, he caused to fall. I think it's the Proverbs. Yep. It says Proverbs 4:16. It says, for they sleep not except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall. And that's what their MO is. All right. They're trying to create their own utopia. And they show it through all of these movies. Okay. They want to decrease the population of the earth, and now they get into where the technology is advancing in a sense of buying and paying with it, tracking you, using it to get into certain clubs going a while back, and even unlocking your doors, unlocking your doors to your house, unlocking the doors to your cars, starting that up, and all of this comes with gradualism, right? First, you had the key that you had to stick in the ignition. Then you had the key with the chip in it. Then you had the key, keyless entry. Now you got push start. It's just, and then eventually you'll be connected to the internet. You'll be connected to your car. You'll be connected to your phone and all of this. Okay? And he's just warming you up. He's treating you like the frog in the water that's starting to boil. All right? You just getting comfortable, and then he's going to strike when he needs to. It says, for they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. That's who they are. You are what you eat, right? So that's what they do. They eat wickedness and drink violence, man. Okay, because in their mind, they well, some of them don't even know, but by the Spirit they have their blessing, which is the sword. All right. And that's what they go about the earth doing, swinging it, swinging it everywhere, swinging it at anybody. Okay. But because this always reminds me of the movie. It was one of the Avenger movies, and it showed one of the supposedly good guys, show him doing an attack on like a small storefront or something like that. Now everybody was looking at him, and as this brother stated in this video, or he didn't say it in the video, but it was on the title of it. They're gonna use it. They could use this against the prophets. I wouldn't put them past them. Because all in all of this is really to stop this word. Because what if they take a video, take one of us, and have us saying something crazy, or have it look like we doing something crazy. Now they have so-called evidence to say that you was doing this or doing that. They can, boom, just easily post it on social media and the news, wherever, and get it viral. Now everybody's looking for you and hunting you, man. All right? That's why we have to trust in YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, because this man, he's going out with a bang. All right? He's going out with a bang. He know it that he have a short time. The brother Amawan Gabar just did a lesson. The elder brother Amawan Gabar just did a lesson speaking about how the UK plans to get their digital currency going by October of this year. And then it's just, it's going to just, like I said, it's gradualism. More and more countries going to start adapting to the digital currency. More and more countries. And it's just going to lead up into the MOTB. All of this is the MOTB. Is leading up to that. Leading up to their false blessing. Because they're trying to get the blessing that we received. They're trying to get that back. But they're trying to create it in their own way, man. This is 2 Corinthians 2:11. It says, lest Satan should get advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. And that's by YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI's will. All right, he's allowed us to see their plan and see what they got ready and want to do. We don't know the time, the exact day. We constantly hear, for the longest, they was been supposed to came out with the MOTB. All right, but ultimately it ain't the Lord ain't had it have it so yet. It ain't time yet. But now, right? Now you can see the leaves start to turn green. The grass start to turn green. All right, you can start to see the signs. Okay? And they're talking more and more about it and constantly advancing it. I remember going with like 2 or 3 years, Elon Musk was coming out talking about this brain chip. And they had these trials and failed trials and stopped it. And now he brought it back and they ready to do. It's bound to happen, man. And call all YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI for it. So ultimately, ain't no telling what this man have planned with his technology, But regardless, we got to continue to trust in YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. All right, because we know that the devil coming down having great wrath, as it says in Revelation 12:12. And he's not going to stop, If he was able to stop, for one, he's not going to stop because the Heavenly Father is controlling him. Two, he's not going to stop. This is his job, to be the devil, deceiver, to bring death into the world, man. All right, to bring death into the world. His blessing was the sword. All right, and the fatness of the earth and the dew of heaven. And that's what he has right now. Okay, but it's going to backfire on him because that's what's going to be the reason why he gets judged and taken out of that power seat as well. All right. Okay, so Lord willing, you was edified, and Lord willing, we allowed to endure unto the end. Once again, I want to give all praises unto Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Shalom.